Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Officially Madden 23 season. We got the first trailer today and the first bit of details on the new game. We're gonna get right into franchise on this one. I might do another video on some of the other things, but we're gonna get right into franchise here. And on the official EA website, when it says welcome to Madden 23 for the Gridiron Notes, they have a little blurb here about franchise. I'm just gonna call it a blurb because that's really what it is, but this is just sort of a basic description of franchise, nothing too major. Basically all the modes, there's nothing really major revealed in any of these modes. So I don't know if that sort of means they did nothing to the modes at all. And so everyone, no matter what mode you play, you got a square kick in the nuts here. But for franchise, call the shots from the front office as you lead your Madden NFL 23 franchise to the top. The drama of NFL free agency leads the way with new athlete motivations like team location, salary demands, factoring into contract negotiations. New player tags improve off-season activity logic and impact player progression. Updated trade logic AI represents the value of star players more accurately for fair and more realistic offers. Continue to plan, strategize like an NFL head coach with refined scouting, staff management, and weekly strategy features. So that all sounds, fine, I guess. I hope that's not it. That would not be good if that was all it. If if we're sitting here and that's like it, for franchise, and that would not be ideal. I don't think that'd be very disappointing if that's all they did. I hope that's not all they did, but as of right now, with the current information we have, that appears to be all that has been done to franchise. So if you're someone that was hoping for a big back of the box, I don't want to say back of the box, who buys physical games anymore? If you're hoping for a big, feature, like, I don't know, maybe, I'm not really sure. I'm blanking. I know it sounds really, I just woke up, guys, and I saw this news, but, maybe create a team. That's something that we've wanted back for a really long time. We're not really seeing anything like that. I was really hoping we would see something like create a team. Yeah, and just, we don't see anything like that, really. So, that's a little disappointing. But there is this other article here, written on Game Informer, I believe, by Brian Shea. You go down to the franchise part of this write-up, and it basically just talks about, I think it goes into a little more in-depth about what these new features are. I don't know if I'll call them new features, more refinements. Going into any free agent interaction, players have new motivations and tags. Motivations offer unique reasons why players might want to sign with particular teams. Now, I've probably talked about this before in one of my wishlist videos, so I'm kind of glad that something I've talked about has made it into the game. For example, a star wide receiver might want to play alongside a franchise quarterback. I like this. I think this is really cool because we do see receivers now. They try to position themselves with very good quarterbacks. They're not just going to go and sort of sign with teams that aren't very good. They don't have a good quarterback. So anything I think that makes it more difficult to, build your team, I think that's a plus. Anything that can maybe extend out the climb to the top, I think that's great. Further on this example, if you happen to have an elite quarterback on your depth chart, your chances of signing that player go up. Other motivations include playing close to home, playing on a Super Bowl contender, or even playing in a state where there's no income tax. I like these things. The one thing I have to say is I hope they aren't too powerful. I hope it's not a situation where that these players only sign with that, and then we have to get like a patch, and then we get like the patch is like, hey, we patched this issue, but also if you've already started a franchise, these fixes aren't in there. I feel like that's happened like the past like 3 or 4 years, where it's like, hey, we fixed this thing that kind of ruins the franchise. Oh yeah, also if you already started a franchise, yeah, you have to restart it. Sorry. So I hope that's not the case. I hope this is something that they've have balanced sort of really out the gate. Um, Maybe it gives you like a +5 to sign someone. So, something like that in terms of, how the logic works. I think that'd be nice. This motivation interact with the new tag system, where players have specific attributes that drive free agent logic. I already mentioned the franchise quarterback tag, which might attract a star wide receiver to your squad, but players have other tags, such as the mentor, which grants additional experience to all players in that position group, or award winner, which can heavily weigh how free agent negotiates. Award winner, which can heavily weigh how free agent negotiations with that player goes. When you open up the new franchise hub, you can see that the player motivations, tags, and how they fit into your scheme. Interest meter, expected market value, and how many teams are interested. These new views and tools are helpful, but you must be more strategic in your interactions, as you can only have 5 active negotiations in the early stages. However, as free agency period progresses, as the free agent period progresses, I can't read, you can negotiate with more players at once. Once in the negotiations screen, you can offer contract length, amount, and structure you want to the player, or choose from 4 preset offers: player friendly, team friendly, neutral, or max offer. The hope is that these will streamline free agency for those who want to build their team but don't want to get into the nitty gritty of financials. I like this. Once again, this is another thing that I've asked for, at least for the past 2 years, is sort of new contract structure, the way that we can offer contracts. Once again, I think everyone has always said player friendly, team friendly, neutral, max. So, and it looks like those presets, you have those presets, but also you can sort of get in there and really customize the contract length and the money and bonuses, all that other really good stuff. I kind of wish they would add incentives. I think that'd be really cool, sort of bonus incentives you can try to offer players. I think that'd be really cool. I'm glad. Oh, hold on. Let me just read through this. I'm glad EA is implementing more stream. Always press through the menu. Heavy franchise sequences. If you're like me, you prefer as much control as possible over your team's transactions. In that case, you'll likely appreciate the improved draft and trade logic brought into this year's franchise mode. Not only that, but a more active trading block means the CPU teams are placing players up for trade more frequently. And teams can now give immediate offer for players you put on the trading block rather than having to wait a week for offers to come in. I like this. I think this is great. I always thought that sort of made, I know it's not necessarily realistic when you put a guy up for trade that you don't get offers right away, but this is a game, so give me some offers just right away and let's streamline that process. So I'm glad to see that included into Madden 23. All right, I needed a quick drink break. My throat was starting to go dry. So that's really nice to see. You don't have to wait a week to get that, so that's really nice. And add to that better dev trait progression and improved team needs logic. And so that sounds really cool. So hopefully that fixes the issue. Even those tags that they mentioned for free agency, hopefully those teams use those in draft logic, where maybe they're not taking quarterbacks when they already have a quarterback on the roster. That is something that, for me, always really hurts franchise, is when they take quarterbacks when they already have a quarterback. Stop doing that. Like a young quarterback, you'll see teams... I was watching C4's video on this, and he mentioned how in one of his rebuilds, the Bills signed Lamar Jackson, even though they already have Josh Allen. Stuff like that, I really hope is sort of a thing of the past. It needs to be. So yeah, I mean, there's nothing major here. And the mentions here, scouting. A large focus of last year's post-launch updates was on the scouting system. How EA implemented welcome change to how to scope out the college talent. The studio didn't quite get it right on the first attempt. Who are you telling? The Madden team is taking what worked about last year and expanding it this year. Now you have more scouts in the pool, the ability to scout multiple positions at once, weighted attribute reveals showing skills relevant to their positions, which is what we wanted. It was one of the things I mentioned as well. So hopefully when you scout cornerbacks, you get to see their actual coverage ratings. not their block shed ratings and things like that. That's not the stuff we want. More unique draft classes and 3D models in the player cards. That's nice. And top that off with better user interface and scouting hub improvements. And scouting joins the rest of the franchise as the rest of the franchise package is one of the most promising parts of Madden NFL 23. So that's it right there for franchise. You know, it does sound a little disappointing that there's no like real big thing. There's no real big feature that I think, you know, really makes us all happy and gets people doing backflips in the street and stripping their clothes off, naked, dancing, and all the other good stuff. But I think there's a lot of quality of life things here that I think just continue to add on to the package that is franchise mode, as I'm stealing this guy's saying. So to me, that is a positive. Is it disappointing there's not like creative team or anything like that? Yes, I don't know if that's for sure, but I feel like that's something you would mention when you know, do this reveal. So either way, a little disappointed in that, but hopefully they get this stuff right and continue to sort of make sure the actual foundation of the mode is better moving forward. And if it is, great. Eventually start adding more stuff to the mode, like create a team, please. Honestly, please, we need that already, EA, please. Hopefully more new relocation teams happen as well, so that'd be something I'd like to see as well. Once again, didn't get a mention here at all. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video. What do you guys think about Madden 23 franchise mode news? Do you like it? Do you hate it? What do you think? Leave a comment. Be sure to hit subscribe for more Madden 23 news, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later.